1400 years ago, in the deserts of Arabia, one man would change the world. He would free the slaves, feed and give rights to the poor, liberate women from their immemorial bondage, even establish the welfare of animals and trees. His teachings would go on to form the foundations for the renaissance of the Western world, and his forgiveness would reach such heights that he would go on to forgive even that very person responsible for the murder of his daughter. That man's name was Muhammad, the founder of Islam, and it was for these reasons that he was named in heaven as the mercy for mankind. But over time, the light of his mercy would become hidden behind veils of injustice, and so a man in his name and in his image would be sent to remove those veils and to re-enlighten the world with the light of mercy. That man's name was Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, the promised Messiah and Imam Mahdi, the guided leader, the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. The mission for which I have been appointed is to remove that growing gap in the relationship between God and His creation, and replace it once again with a relationship of love and sincerity. My purpose, yearning, and heartfelt desire is to serve humanity. This is my job, this is my faith, this is my habit, and this is my way of life. To continue the mission of spreading mercy to the entire world, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was succeeded by a form of successorship known as Caliphate. From its very inception, this would be founded on the love for humanity. The first Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, His Holiness Maulvi Nuruddin, when asked what conduct is required for Caliphate or Khilafat, replied, "I conceive that this grace is attracted by the service of humanity, and I have been inspired by this sentiment since my early youth. I have always been keen to serve everyone, without a distinction of caste, creed, country, or nationality, both intellectually and practically." It was the second Caliph, His Holiness Mirza Bashiruddin Mahmud Ahmad, who would found the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association and make the service of humanity one of its core and abiding principles. The third Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, His Holiness Mirza Nasir Ahmad, began the so-called Nusrat Jahan scheme, translated into English as Helping the World scheme, which has gone on to establish hundreds of hospitals and schools in some of the poorest parts of Africa. He too formulated the slogan, "Love for all, hatred for none."
We believe in equality of human beings, in the rule of law, and we are against all types of oppression.
And how do you conduct your mission in Europe?
We try to win the hearts.
Welcome, Huzur, welcome, Huzur, welcome, Huzur, welcome to Uganda, welcome, Huzur, welcome, Huzur, welcome, Huzur, welcome to Uganda.
The fourth Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, His Holiness Mirza Tahir Ahmad, would conceive of and found the charity Humanity First, a charity that would serve humanity without any reference to caste, colour, or creed. Its first call to action was to provide aid in the Bosnian crisis. And Ahmadiyya Muslim youth would be at the forefront of this call, putting their lives in clear and present danger as they sought to help the Bosnian people.
I solemnly pledge that I shall always be ready to sacrifice my life, wealth, time, and honor for the sake of my faith, country, and nation.
The present Caliph of Islam is His Holiness Mirza Masroor Ahmad, who is known around the world as the Man of Peace, and his entire life is a testament to the service of humanity. He would dedicate his life as a schoolteacher in some of the poorest parts of the world in Western Africa. Through his efforts, he would demonstrate the viability of wheat production in sub-Saharan Africa, a feat with the potential to transform the agricultural landscape of the region. He would begin the Light Up Africa campaign, aiming to provide electricity to the remotest parts of Africa. He has set the community the target of being able to supply every area of Africa with clean running water. Both these schemes have seen many youth volunteers from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Association going out to Africa in remote and difficult terrain to set up solar panel installations and repair water pump installations. And it is this same institution of caliphate which was the direct inspiration for the Mercy for Mankind charity challenge.
The Hazur had already started marathon walks because he felt that it was very important that our Khuddam should be active and we should have marathon walks. The basic purpose of the marathon Hazur was that he wanted our youth, one, to have healthy exercise and also do something on a charitable front to raise funds for various charities as well. And he felt that both spiritually and physically this activity would be good for the Khuddam and Itfal. At that stage we raised collectively £1,500 for various charities. And I remember Hazur saying that we started with some very humble beginnings, but one day inshallah you will see that this will give great rewards and you'll be able to raise many thousands of pounds for charitable works.
Under the instruction of the Caliph's leadership, the Mercy for Mankind began as a 26-mile walk to raise money for charity in 1985. Since that time, the Mercy for Mankind has evolved into a walk, a run, a hike, and a bike challenge, raising hundreds of thousands of pounds for British charities every year. Youth have scaled the Alps, cycled from Paris to London in 2015 in response to the barbaric attacks in Paris, with the words "love for all" and "hatred for none" emblazoned across their chests, as well as crossing the peaks of the highest mountains of the UK, all in a quest to raise money for charitable institutions in the UK. But the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth's charitable works are not just restricted to this one event.
A credit to the Muslim community, and I hope the whole world knows about all the wonderful things that you've done for us in pouring rain and nasty, dirty conditions, helping a woman on her own with a disabled husband. Thank you very much.
I just want to thank your community in particular for the kindness and consideration that you've shown to the residents. It's been really a joy to witness. Thank you all very much.
We were extremely pleased to see you all turn up in the village today, because we started here and we didn't really know how we were going to actually deal with this at all. So what you've done has been absolutely tremendous, and we just couldn't have done it on our own at all.
In 2015, Storm Desmond and Eva caused widespread flooding around the UK. The Caliph instructed the Ahmadiyya Muslim youth members to specifically provide assistance to the most remote areas affected. In total, 350 Ahmadiyya Muslim youth spent 7,000 man-hours in assisting over 38 towns and villages affected by the flooding. Ahmadiyya Muslim youth have ongoing charity collections, blood donation drives, tree planting, and homeless feeding sessions across the United Kingdom. Inspired by our Caliph, wherever help is needed, we try our best to serve, to live, to uphold the lofty standards of the true and real mercy for mankind.